How's it going, everyone? Now, for today's episode of Cooking with John, I will be reproposing an old video of mine that I filmed at my old house. But the dish is still a delicious one, and it's a one-pot dish, a curried rice with chicken dish. Very easy to make. Watch the video. Hope you enjoy it. Tonight, we got a delicious recipe for you and a one-pot recipe that is quick to make. We got some curried rice right here with chicken for you. Let me show you the ingredients right here to how to cook this up. Okay, first thing right here that I got a cup of jasmine rice. I got some parsley. I got some ginger. Yeah, don't laugh at me for this. This is the only thing I had left in the fridge. It will be sufficient. However, if you got more, I think you got the point. I gotta go buy more, as a matter of fact. I got some garlic cloves right here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just me and garlic. If you want to add less garlic into your recipe, go ahead and do so. It's up to your preference on how much garlic you want to add into it. I got a shallot. I got some salt right here, some kosher salt. I got some black pepper. Why in the hell in the name of Christ do I always end up saying brown pepper for some reason? Is it just me that I'm stoned tonight or something? However, black pepper, I think you got the point. Over here, we got some Thai red curry paste. We got some fish sauce. We got some extra virgin olive oil, and we got some chicken stock right here. And just to tell you about this for a moment here before we move on, just a little, trick that I learned from Chef Marco Pierre White. If you don't have time to make chicken stock in the house, if you do, use some homemade chicken stock. If you don't, just do what I did right now. Use a Knorr chicken stock cube. No, hey, those things, you ain't bullshitting. Those things are pretty good. This is what I use right here, 2 cups of chicken stock. And that's another thing that I want to tell you. I'm using 2 cups because I'm using 1 cup of rice. If you want to cook some good rice and stuff, all you have to do is follow this simple rule. For each cup of rice, 2 cups of water or stock or whatever you're using. However, moving along. I got some chicken legs right here. Just 4 of them. You can add more if you feel like doing so. You can even add more rice depending on how many people you're cooking for. This is a good recipe, and it's a recipe for say for example, if you're having a party, you're having people over, you don't want to sit there too much, you just want to make something quick, something will be filling for everyone. This is perfectly the good thing to make. Excuse me if I'm messing up my words like usual, but I'm kind of stoned. I just smoked some, what is it, green seed? They're not calling it green crack. Yeah, I'm trying to be more, if you know what I mean. They're not calling it, in some places, some dispensaries, they're not calling it green crack no more because there was a current controversy about the name and stuff like that, so they're calling it green seed. So just to be correct, I'm calling it green seed myself. However, I guess to keep it dominant. 4 chicken legs. Moving right along. Okay, first things we want to do right here is start preparing everything. We're going to start preparing our vegetables. So, I'm going to just grab all these cloves of garlic. Okay, there we go with that. We just minced up our garlic right here. Next thing we want to do, well, I just got this ginger in front of me, so I'm going to do that first. I'm just going to slice some ginger off of here and just julienne it and dice it up. Just get about a tablespoon of ginger off of here. That's good with that too. Next thing we want to do, same thing with our shallot. We just dice this up. Okay, that's good with that. Set this aside right here. Next thing we want to do, just to finish this off, and then we're going to start preparing everything else. Let's just grab this parsley right here, Just, you know, remove some of the stems, just leave the leaves. Okay, now that you got the leaves off, you know, just ball them up a little bit, you know. Just cut them down. Mince them up a little bit, you know. That's good. Okay, so we're going to leave this on our cutting board right now, and we're going to use this to prepare our recipe. First of all, let's start preparing our chicken pieces right there. Okay, so what we're doing next, you know, you can decide to skip this step all completely if you don't have the time to do it, but I figured out that it adds a lot of flavor into my rice. You can just decide to put your chicken pieces just directly into the pot like we're going to show you later, or you can decide to follow this step. If you do, I strongly suggest it. So, we got our 4 chicken legs right here. Like I said, you can add more if you feel like doing so. We're just going to grab some of this olive oil right here and just brush down on all sides of these chicken legs. Okay, done with that. What we want to be doing is just grab some salt. Just season these chicken legs on top generously, you know. After that, some black pepper. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're just going to flip them over, do the same thing on the other side, season with salt and pepper. Then we're going to bring them outside on the gas grill and just sear all this chicken skid up nice and crispy. We're here searing our chicken. Here's one little reminder, you know. See how it's searing up real nice right there? Well, probably you can't see anything because my light is pretty screwed up out here. However, just keep searing your chicken pieces until they become nice and crispy on the outside, you know. Then we're just going to place this back on top of our cutting board, which, just in case you wonder if I cleaned it, yes I did. I'm not going to cross-contaminate my shit. However, put it in there, then we're going to go in there, and we're going to show you how to cook it up. Until then, I'm going to just keep searing and indulge in my joint. Alright, so we finished searing up our chicken right here. You know, like I said, you could do this on the grill. You could decide to skip this step if you feel like doing so. But also another thing that I want to add on to it, if you don't have a grill but you still want to go ahead and sear your chicken skin, just do it in a pan. You know, get that pan nice and hot, put in some olive oil or the oil of your choice, get it slightly smoking. Just put that in there and sear that skin and caramelize it all nice because it will add a nice flavor into your rice, I tell you. So now that we're done with this, we're just going to set these aside right here. And we're going to start with the steps that we need to start preparing our rice. Alright, so we're going to start preparing our rice right here. And apart from all the veggies that we cut up earlier, we're just going to have to do one last step right here. Okay, let's grab some of this curry paste right here, this red curry paste. I'm going to grab 2 tablespoons of it. You can add as much as you like. And in here in this little bowl I got some olive oil as well. So what I'm going to do, you know, you could use your hands, you could use a spoon, whatever. I'm using my hands for your own convenience. I'm just going to, you know, keep squishing down this curry paste into this oil and make like a paste, actually, as a matter of fact. There we go. Just incorporate enough olive oil into your curry paste until you get it to this nice wet consistency right here. Okay, so I'm ready to cook up my rice right here. What I got right here, I got this pot on the stove. I just put some little bit of olive oil in here. As a matter of fact, let me put it a slight bit more. I got it warming up on medium heat. What I'm going to do next, I'm just going to grab the garlic, the shallots, and the ginger that we diced up earlier, and just put it in this pan. We want to start this off cold, you know. We want to cook this without color. So, excuse me, where is it at? Oh, here we go. Let's just wait for this to warm up. We want to just extract all that water content, the acidity from the, you know, the shallot and everything, and just flavor up this oil with that garlic and ginger. After that, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so I got it just a few minutes, you know, to let everything in the pot sweat down. You'll see when it happens, you know, everything will reduce in volume, and you can actually smell it when it happens. You know, you can smell that acidity just leave all that shallot and all that garlic and shit. However, from here, what we're going to do, we're just going to add in chili paste. Or curry paste, like chili paste. Jesus Christ, I'm stoned. However, okay, mix this up, you know.
and just brown up this curry paste together with everything else you got in the pot, you know. Alright, so I cooked up my curry paste right here together with my garlic and shallots and ginger. Next thing I want to do, I just want to grab this 1 cup of jasmine rice. Put it in here. Like I said, if you're cooking for more people, use more rice. I told you the ratio between rice and water that you should use to cook curried rice at the beginning of the video. So just calculate from there. What we want to do, we want to just mix this up and toast this rice. Just like if you were making a risotto, for example, you know, just like you're toasting the rice at the beginning, just like that. So we're going to do that, and we'll get back to you when it's ready. Okay, so we finished toasting up our rice right here and incorporating all the oil and all the other flavors into it. What we want to do next, we're just going to grab these 2 cups of chicken stock right here, just pour it in here. Mix it all up. What I want to do next, I just want to grab some fish sauce right here. You can add as much as you like in there, you know. If you're not used to fish sauce is kind of salty. So taste test your water right here that you got mixed up with your rice and everything else. See if it's up to your desired salt content. And you don't have to necessarily add the fish sauce if you don't want to, but I strongly suggest it. Start off with a teaspoon. Go, you know, a little bit more if you need to. I like it, so I'm going to add a nice tablespoon in here. And then I'm going to taste test it, see how it comes out. And if I need more, I'll add it. So, right now what we're going to do, we're just going to put this back up on high. And excuse me. I got these chicken pieces right here that I seared up earlier. I'm just going to drop them in this pot. Okay, just, you know, get them under there. Alright, so we brought it up to a bowl. Like I said, let's just drop it to a simmer right now. We're just going to cover it. We're just going to let this go about 25 minutes. However, we're going to come check on it in 20. Let's check this out. That looks real good right there. What we want to do next, let's just pull these chicken pieces out and set them aside in a bowl or whatever you got. Alright, done with that. What we want to do, we want to just grab this parsley that we minced up earlier and just pour it in here, you know. Let's mix everything all up real nice. So, that's just about good. We cooked everything up, so we're going to show you the finished product right now. Alright, so all done and we plated everything up. Right here, I got my curried rice with my chicken. Just put that rice on my plate and put some chicken on top. That's just about it. So, here you got a nice spicy recipe if you want. You could just go ahead and eat like this, or you could do what I like to do, for example. I like to put some Parmesan cheese on top of my rice. Tastes even better like that, you know. And for those of you who don't like the spiciness, you might see that, you know, it lowers it down a little bit. Apart from that, try this recipe out sometime. I'll bet you love it. Till next time, we'll see you.